This is the Oecs Newslink, a roundup of major news happening across the Oecs today. In the headlines,
the Oecs convenes first regional working group meeting on the proposed customs union and free circulation of goods regime. Ambassador-designate of Austria to the Oecs presented her letter of credence to the Oecs Director General. The Oecs promotes climate-smart agriculture and sustainable entrepreneurship among youth in the region. Good day, viewers, and welcome to this edition of the Oecs Newslink. I am Marvin St. Louis. Here are the stories shaping our region. On July 30 and 31, senior government officials, private sector representatives, and regional stakeholders gathered in Castries and via online platforms for the inaugural meeting of the Regional Working Group on the proposed customs union and free circulation of goods regime. The two-day session focused on updating the roadmap and laying the groundwork for a pilot phase that would allow goods to move freely across the Oecs borders, boosting trade, competitiveness, and economic growth. Joel Richards, officer in charge of the Economic Affairs and Regional Integration Division of the Oecs Commission, emphasized the initiative's potential to create jobs and expand private sector opportunities. Ricardo James, head of Trade Policy Development, added that the working group will guide implementation and support capacity building across member states. A follow-up meeting is set for September, where recommendations will be taken to the Council of Ministers, the Economic Affairs Council, and the Oecs Authority. Read the full details of this story in the Oecs newsroom at oecs.int. In a ceremony held at the Oecs Commission headquarters in St. Lucia, Her Excellency Gabriele Meon-Schutz, Ambassador-designate of Austria to the Oecs, officially presented her letter of credence to Director General Dr. Didicus Jules. The event marked a renewed commitment to multilateral cooperation, with Austria pledging deeper engagement in areas like clean energy, disaster resilience, and youth diplomacy. Ambassador Meon-Schutz highlighted upcoming initiatives, including a seminar for young diplomats and plans for a CARICOM office to strengthen ties with Vienna-based UN agencies. Dr. Jules welcomed the partnership, calling it a pledge of friendship and a reminder that dialogue remains vital in a turbulent world. In our final story, the Oecs Commission launched an initiative to promote climate-smart agriculture and sustainable entrepreneurship among Oecs youth. The 5-day workshop in St. Lucia brought together 36 young entrepreneurs in the agriculture sector from across the region, with a focus on innovation, technology, and climate resilience. Participants explored drought-resistant crops, smart farming tools, and sustainable business practices designed to help them thrive in a changing environment. The initiative supports the Oecs FAST strategy and the 11th EDF RIDE program with long-term goals of boosting food security, environmental stewardship, and youth-led economic growth. Let's take a look at scenes from the workshop and the experience of participants from across the Oecs in this video.
Land husbandry practices good, nutrient status of field satisfactory, drainage.
We also touched on the basis of financial, basis on how we can obtain financial. This is one of the biggest aspects for any young person who is in agriculture now, especially we all know that there's a lot of red tapes for young people who are interested in agriculture. So ways and means in obtaining agricultural funds, this is the most, I'll take that for me.
So far I have enjoyed the going out in the field and seeing the different farms, how the different farmers are growing their produces, along with how I can integrate AI and the different apps in my farming techniques.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of the Oecs Newslink. For more on these stories, Visit our newsroom at www.oecs.int. Stay connected and follow us on social media. We'll see you next time.